Hi, I'm Kate Filippo. I am the chairperson for the Cultural and Educational Policy Studies program at Loyola University's School of Education. Handing it over to my colleagues to introduce themselves.
Hi, Leanne Calamine. I'm a faculty member in the research methodology area and program chair, and I teach courses in evaluation and qualitative research and mixed methods, and do research around how practitioners use evidence to make decisions in organizations.
Hi everyone, I'm Noah Sobey. I'm a faculty member in Cultural and Educational Policy Studies. I do a lot of work on comparative education, studying issues about globalization in education and how education policies and practices circulate internationally.
Hi everyone, I am Brittany. I am the enrollment advisor for the School of Education, and I am here to help you through the application process. Back to you, Kate.
All right, we're here to talk with you about our Master's in Education program in International Educational Policy and Evaluation. This is an opportunity for you to get a master's degree in 2 years without needing to relocate to Chicago to participate in the program. It is almost entirely offered online and gives people an opportunity to either break into the field of international education policy or to refine their skills if they're already working in the field. What we'll be doing here is preparing global policy professionals, including people who reside within the United States, as well as those who reside globally. You'll be gaining critical perspectives on international education policy, the interpretation of research on international education policy. You'll also gain skills in evaluating current education policies and developing your policy research, analysis, and evaluation skills. What you'll see with this program is that it proceeds over 2 academic years, where you'll be gaining 36 credit hours starting in the fall and being completed in 2 academic years over a course where your semesters will take place during the fall, during the spring, which begins in January, and also over the summer months. Next slide, please.
Thank you, Kate. I'd like to talk now a bit about our curriculum, which brings together courses in our educational and policy analysis and international education with courses in evaluation and research methods. So you'll see in each of those semesters, you have a course in each area. And although courses focus on traditional understandings of education, it's important to know that you can apply these in areas of, for example, agricultural education or health education. The fall semester, as Kate mentioned, is when the program starts. It begins at the end of August and runs through December. Our spring semester is February to May, and both of these terms are approximately 15 weeks that you would take both of the courses. And then you'll notice we have a January term where students will participate in one of 2 study abroad courses in the program. And in these experiences, you will meet with your fellow students and professor at a site. In their January international education course, it will be in Santiago, Chile. The summer course then runs July to August. The online courses are all asynchronous, meaning that you complete the modules at a time that's convenient for you. And since we have students in various time zones, it's very difficult to find a time where you can all be together online in a synchronous manner. But that being said, there will be plenty of ways built into the course where you'll have opportunities to interact with your student colleagues and professors through online forums, blogs, and presentations. The course assignments will provide you opportunities with engaging readings in addition to ways to reflect around the use of evaluation in your own settings and countries and communities. And you'll have a chance to apply them to real-world contexts and carry them out. So in the second year, you'll notice the fall and spring semesters continue with 2 courses each that be online asynchronous in a similar format. There's no January study abroad. Instead, we'll study abroad in the summer at the conclusion of the course at the Rome, Italy campus of Loyola. And this will be an opportunity to provide a culminating experience where we'll share the evaluation projects done and delve into more cross-cultural contexts for doing evaluation. And now I'd like to turn it over to Noah.
Hi there. So I want to talk a little bit about more what it means to be in a cohort, and I'll elaborate a little bit on kind of what the online classes are like here at Loyola. So for us, a cohort means that you'll be moving through the sequence of courses with the same group of students. And that really means that you are more than students taking classes, you are actually a learning community. And you'll find that readings and ideas percolate across the 2 years of coursework. And you'll find that you guys really learn together as a group, and that's a really expansive part of what it means to be in this program. I think Leanne did an excellent job of explaining what it means, what asynchronous online learning means. The one thing I would add to that is that there are certainly deadlines. You know, in sort of a given week, a professor in a class may have you doing some of the activities that Leanne mentioned, but then you'll have something due at a certain time. And, you know, what's sort of nice about the asynchronous model is that it's flexible and it allows you to do that work, you know, in the time zone and at the times that are available to you. I also want to elaborate a little bit on the overseas learning experiences, which are really crucial, and they're a required part of the program. So the first one in Santiago, Chile is a week on site. It's a course in international educational development, where you'll be visiting various sites and really getting into some intense conversations about the ethics and direction of development. And then the second course, as Leanne mentioned, is kind of the culminating, sort of capstone, if you will, type of course at our Rome campus in Italy, where you'll be putting evaluation projects into place and working together. Let's go on to the next slide. So really quickly, to talk a little bit more about the resources that are available to you. You know, Loyola School of Education has an extensive alumni network across the United States and globally, and that's a real resource to people looking for work in international education. We also have a very internationally active faculty. We have 50 full-time faculty. We're researching in a variety of areas. And it's not unusual for us to run into each other at conferences in various parts of the globe. So you'll find that all of your faculty are, in addition to being passionate teachers, are very active researchers, doing new projects, serving on editorial boards. And we think that that kind of professional engagement is a really important part of your learning experience. The IEPE program is one of many graduate programs within the school. We have a comprehensive school of education, so you'll be joining other graduate students. And even as an online program, many of our events are live streamed, so you'll be joining a community of graduate students generally. So let's go on to the next slide, and I'm going to talk a little bit about career opportunities. So, you know, this program, this master's, is designed for people who are already working in the field of international education or who want to break into it. If you're already working in it, the idea is that this is going to let you upgrade your skills and knowledge, and to help you move into the field, it's going to equip you with a whole lot of useful skills, as well as internship experience and so forth. You know, people who work in international education policy and evaluation work in a range of different areas. That includes international nonprofit organizations, also international governmental organizations. You know, some of you may well know that there is a huge sort of market and supply of evaluation firms, both for-profit and nonprofit, that play a very important role in international education. Similarly, philanthropic foundations nowadays tend to be really prioritizing the evaluation component of their grant giving. So there are plenty of employment opportunities available through that. There's also opportunities available through consulting, and then people also work in governmental organizations at various levels on education policy and evaluation issues. This means that when you go out in the field, you are most likely going to be working with a range of different people, policymakers, both inside and outside of government, also community members, and people inside and around schools like teachers, students, and administrators. So let's go on to the next slide, and I'll pass it over to Brittany, who can tell you more about the nuts and bolts.
Hey guys, now let's answer the most important question. How much is this program? Well, each credit in the School of Education is $949. So you're going to want to simply multiply 949 times 36, and then give that number a 20% discount, because this program is a part of a program that receives that. And then that's going to give you your baseline for your tuition. Please note that does not include textbooks, all of the mandatory university fees, along with your personal travel expenses to Rome and Santiago. So you're going to want to leave a little room for that as well. And also leave room for the program fees that take place when you all go to Rome and Santiago. Please note that these overseas trips are mandatory within the program, but the cost and the fees associated with these courses do include travel, lodging, and meals while you are there. Next slide, please. How do you finance your education is always a question that I get. And the good thing about Loyola is that we have an awesome financial aid office who will be there to walk you through all of your options step by step. The first thing that you are going to want to do is to fill out your FAFSA form. You can use the link on this slide. And then after that, you're going to want to contact our financial aid office and have those personal discussions with them. They'll provide different options for you as far as Loyola installment plans, federal loans, Stafford loans. There are third-party payment plans that you can become a part of if any of this is needed, but those conversations happen directly between you and our financial aid office. Something else that is really, I think is really cool that is embedded within this program is the opportunity to receive a 50% off tuition scholarship. And this is geared towards potential students who come from lower income countries. There are no additional documents or anything needed to qualify for these scholarships. It'll simply come about as the committee goes through the application review process. And if you do qualify for this, you will be informed by the committee. Next slide, please. The application process is completely free and it happens online. You can use the link on this slide to apply. And once again, there is no application fee. That is a question that I get all the time, but it is completely free. What is needed to apply to this program is your official transcripts. So everything from undergrad, and if you already have another master's degree, you're going to want to send in all of your transcripts. Even if you went to like a junior college and transferred or anything of that nature, all transcripts must be submitted to Loyola. You're going to need 2 letters of recommendation, and that can come from anyone in your professional life, or if you're coming directly from undergrad, current professor as well. You're going to need a statement of purpose, which I think is almost the most important thing needed in this application process. And I feel that way because it's the only way in the application where you can show who you are as an individual. You're able to explain why you think Loyola is a great fit for you and why this program is a great fit. But you're also able to show your personality, the things that make you tick, to the community as well. You need a resume. And then a writing sample, which will come about a little later. within the process. And then all international students have to have all of your transcripts evaluated if you completed your education outside of the United States. And you have that evaluated through the ECE. And then you will also need to either take the TOEFL, and the minimum requirement at Loyola is a 79, or the IELTS, where the minimum required is 6.5. And that's pretty much the application process. Now, once again, I am here to help you all through the application process. I'm here to answer any questions about the program from a general standpoint. If you're having technical difficulties about the application, if you want to know if this is the correct program for you, I'm able to walk through all of those things with you. When it comes to program-specific questions, that is when you are going to want to reach out directly to Leanne or Kate, and they will be able to help you answer those questions. Back to you, Leanne.
Well, thank you very much. As Brittany mentioned, Kate and I welcome your questions that you have about the program, and we're happy to connect you with current students to get a sense of their experiences of what a Loyola education involves. So thank you so much for taking time to listen to us, and we hope you'll be in touch. Take care. Bye.
Bye.